What's going on YouTube? Thank you for clicking on the video and joining me today. I'm going to be going over how I think nationals went and I guess future plans for my next meets. So nationals went way better than I could have ever imagined, especially after regionals where I think I added 94 pounds to my total in only a 9-week span. And how we did this was during the 9 weeks in between the two, my coach said that I was kind of carrying a little bit of fatigue going into regionals. I hit like a 457 squat, I think sub 300 bench, and I got 601 at the end. Didn't lock that one out. So then during the 9 weeks to, I guess, lose this fatigue and also just peak me straight on through, we were only doing, I think it was 4 exercises per workout, usually squat and bench, I think 3 days a week, and then the other one was like deadlifts and a variation of bench, and then some other more accessory work. And we did that for the first 5 weeks, and then the last 4 weeks, I think it was 3 exercises per day and only 4 workout days a week. So this was very low volume, very low frequency for what I was used to, but it was really cool because it was a different way of training, and instead of like mixing it with more hypertrophy, it was mainly, in my opinion, it was more focused strictly towards strength, and it was able to help me increase my numbers very much. 94 pounds, beat my squat by like, I think 45 pounds, hit a bench of 314, which I never imagined getting pretty close to that in competition, and also hit that 601 deadlift with finally gets that off my chest, and hopefully I can aim for 650 next. But so what happened with this lower volume training, I lost a bit of size, which is okay. My arms, I think beforehand when it was more a mixture of bodybuilding, I was during my hypertrophy phase, a little more volume. I had 17 inch arms, I guess like on a good day, or maybe when I was after a few meals, 17 and a quarter. Now they're averaging more 16 and a half, 16 and 3/4 some days. Probably going to be doing a little bicep work in BFR this cycle because I was having that elbow pain, and this should help relieve that. So lost a little bit of size there. My legs, because a lot of deadlift squats, have still stayed around 26 inches, so at least that didn't go down. I do recommend taking measurements every once in a while just to keep you looking at your long-term progression. It gives you an objective measurement as opposed to just looking in the mirror, seeing how you look, which sometimes we can get on our own heads very often with that. So looked at that, lost a little bit of size, but it's okay because there is some data backing up muscle memory. If you disagree, please comment below and link me to some more information. But when you build muscle, you can increase the muscle cell size, or you can increase the amount of nuclei you have in that muscle group. So what happens is over time, you'll accumulate more nuclei, and then those cells will get bigger. And then when you stop giving this amount of volume and you start losing that size, you do not lose the nuclei, but you lose that muscle, I guess, size individually, each muscle cell. So you can gain back that size a lot quicker, and gaining the nuclei is a lot harder, but you get to retain that. So that's why muscle memory happens. And when you take a long leave of absence from training, say months because due to injury, that's why the first month or two of training, you're gonna make substantial gains and get back to where you once were. So that's that muscle memory there. So I hope that puts you at ease if you're having an injury. I guess if you're doing low volume powerlifting training, getting stronger, which is going to allow you to do more volume when you get into your hypertrophy phase playing with those heavier weights. So I hope that puts you at, eases your mind a little bit, because it put me at ease too. Because I do hope to get over 17 and a half inch arms one day, but we will see. So that is how that went. Now, the future plans for me is I'm going to be competing in, I think it's 10 and a half weeks from now. Going to be undergoing the same protocol. It's another peak straight on through. So we're going to be playing with those heavy weights again, not really gaining too much size between meets, but it's a crazy opportunity for me, the university, and my team. We were 3rd place in men's raw, 3rd place in women's raw, and there is the first ever IPF World Collegiate Classic Powerlifting Cup that is happening in July, and the first number 1 and number 2 team in Raw from Nationals and the first Open team were selected, and we were the 3rd Raw team was the alternate. So in men's and women's we were first alternates, but 2 teams declined their invitation, so I brought it up to our board of advisors and they gave us the okay to go. So we are going to be competing at this meet, both our women's and men's team, and I think we are the only college in the nation to do that, and the US is only sending 3 men's teams and 3 women's teams. So in our very first semester, we were founded February 2nd, 2016. This is a huge step forward and we are very excited to go. I guess the drawback from this, and what's going to be hard, because it can't be easy getting there, because the meet is held in Minsk, Belarus. So that is, I think, 4,500 miles away. It's going to be a 12-hour flight. So this meet is not going to be cheap, because we have to pay for registration fees, that flight, we have uniforms, insurance, and of course we're powerlifters, so we're going to need some food. So we have to raise, I ran the numbers, $42,000. And that is what we're currently working on. Please help us out. We need as much help as we can get. Share our GoFundMe or even donation. Any amount helps us out tremendously. $5, $10, even $1. It helps us a lot and we truly appreciate it. So I'm gonna link that down below. That is gonna be our GoFundMe, and I guess if you follow me or if you're friends with me on Facebook, I have it posted there as well. So Collegiate Nationals was 12 or 13 weeks away from Worlds, so most of our athletes were just going to straight on peak through that, do the same protocol I did before. So what I plan to do at Worlds is I'm going to drop a weight class down to the 205, which I know long term I'm going to be more competitive at, because I only weigh 213 in the 105 class, but that's because I know I still have 2 more years to compete in collegiate. So this at Worlds, I'm going to drop down to the 93 kilogram class. I'm currently undergoing a mini cut, and I'm weighing in around 213, 214, probably drop it down to 211, 212. Then, since we are 10.5 weeks out, I'll probably work my way up to 215, get a little bit of a surplus, and then I guess 3-4 weeks out, I'll decide to mini cut down to 210 or in that area, and then water cut the rest a week out from the meet, because many athletes can drop 5% in a week due to mini cut. So that's going to make sure that I can make the weight safely, and it'll give me more room to wiggle. So I'm going to be doing that and hoping to break a 1450 total, and we'll see how that goes. And then following that meet, I am going to skip on Raw Nationals, most likely, because I'm not going to do 4 straight peaks. I definitely don't think that's going to be smart for me long term, being a better powerlifter and also being a better bodybuilder. So what I'm going to be doing after that is probably taking 9 months off from competition, because I want to build strength and not always test it. So 9 months of that, of higher volume work, and do some work, try to get stronger, bigger, up into Collegiate Nationals, which will be in 2017. And my goal there is just do as well as I can be, hopefully maybe a 1500 total. We'll see, it's very far out. I know the records in my weight class for collegiates are 650 deadlift and a 550 squat. I think bench is 400, so I have no chance there. Or we'll see, maybe my poverty bench will be fixed. But that is the long-term goals. Also, if you want to help us out, we are selling these Rutgers Powerlifting shirts. Just send us an email at rutgerspowerlifting@gmail.com. They're $20 each, and the proceeds will be going to our trip to Belarus, which we are in dire need of help with. So that's going to do it for this video. Thank you for watching, and please definitely check out our GoFundMe. If you can't spend any money, it's totally fine. Just please share it if you can, and it really means a lot to us. So thank you for watching, and I'm going to see you in the next video. Peace!